Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Doing well. It's morning here, very early.
Okay. Uh, can you see me now?
Yes,
We
Yes,
Juliana.
we
can.
can
Yes,
see
we
you.
can see.
Great.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our fourth episode, Sustainability Storytelling Cafe. And today we have an amazing and interesting topics to learn from our esteemed professor, Dr. Atikur Rahman. That is nutrition, but it's not really from a nutritionist perspective. It's from an entomologist perspective, how insects can be blessings or destructive particle of our nutrition. Yes, you also can be curious like me, because when I heard a story from our esteemed professor, it was really an eye-opening perspective for me, because rest of the world can go one side, but when I'm being a mom, I am always thinking my child's nutrition. And what I'm thinking, that is, I'm providing healthy foods to my child, but when I attend session of Dr. Atik, I found some mistakes I'm also doing, which I have to avoid. And that's inspired all of us, Michelle, Rabi, and me, that bringing this powerful story in this platform and sharing with all of you. So I'm inviting all of you from the leader on this journey. Let's have this wonderful 75 minutes storytelling journey. And today we have lots of respectful guests with us. We asked Professor Dr. Mohammad Atikur Rahman. He is the esteemed professor of Patuakhali Science and Technology University. I'm going at a glance, and we have Sumaya from Arunab Foundation. We have Juliana from United Nations Global Compact Network in Bangladesh. We have Firdaus Khan, who is actually the hero of safety sustainability leader for all of us. We have Gabrielle from Spain. She is leading B Lab of Spain. We have Constance Raby from Global Climate Place. And we have our partner, Michelle Thatcher, CEO of US Green Chamber of Commerce. Hi, Gabrielle. Oh, we have all of you, welcoming all of you, and I'm now inviting Michelle to give her welcome speech on behalf of even Green Chamber of Commerce. Now, Michelle.
Thank you so much, SABNAM, and welcome everyone. It's such an honor to be here and have you join us all this either morning, it's very early morning, as you can see it's still dark here, afternoon for Constance in France, and others around the world that might be nighttime in Bangladesh and beyond. So welcome everyone as part of the U.S. Green Chamber of Commerce, Global Green Chamber, Global Climate Pledge. We're just so honored to have you with us. And the Storytelling Cafe is really fun. We want it to be an
লিংকটা শেয়ার করো
engaging
তো
but very
হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে
informative platform for us all to come together and learn from each other and just have a great conversation. So happy to be here. And when I was in Bangladesh just recently and the professor was giving his presentation, Sabnam and I were both just talking behind the scenes saying, the professor has to be part of this Storytelling Cafe because it's such a great story. And when we're giving lots of information, sometimes it's not engaging. So there were a lot of great professors giving amazing information, but it wasn't always something that we want to hear as a story. So this is what's great about the Storytelling Cafe. So welcome so much, and I'll pass it back to you, Sabnam.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for this powerful welcome speech to us. Now, before rolling to our storytelling cafe, there are some process I am going to share with all of you. This is storytelling cafe, so one and only rule: there is no formalities, but we have to have a cup of drinks, beverages, whatever you love. You can grab your foods or anything to show that we are definitely buddies from different part of this world and join in this platform to share and show care for the most inspiring topics that each day we are dealing with. So with this only one rules, I'm going to invite our Professor Atikur Rahman, but
Yes.
just little bit moments. The structure of this session, hi Juliana, cheers. So the structure of this session is, first we are going to listen a story from our esteemed professor, and then the session will be open and we all will share our perspective. It's not from an expert, rather than as a human being, how this story attached with us, how it's landing on us, and where it aligned with us. So we all are buddies. We will open the room after that. One by one, I would like to request all of you then to share your story, your insights, your question. And after 75 minutes, we are going to stop the live streaming, and rest of the 15 minutes, we are going to offer our support, cooperation, collaboration for our professor to bring his project forward. So this is the first session with our esteemed professor, and we hope that together we can do more. I'm not going to take more limelights. Honorable sir, the time is yours.
Yes, thank you.
Please.
So I'm just going to share my slide first.
হিমন একটু লিংকটা দিবা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে?
Can you see? Okay.
Yes,
Thank you very
Professor.
much.
It's perfect.
Okay. So I'm really very honored, SABNAM, for inviting me over here in your cafe, and I will try my level best to give you some really very interesting story, and also that I have faced in my life with my students, with my team, along with our community, farmers, and the householders. Just I will share one by one. I am Professor Mohammad Atikur Rahman, from Department of Entomology, Patuakhali Science and Technology University. Thus, I'm going to share my few stories over here. Can you see the fruits over here? Lychee, all of you know very well. Banana, you know very well, and it looks very nice to look at. And it is full of, you see, full of nutrition, right? You see the calories, 66 calories for 100 gram pill from 100 gram flashes. And also you can get 89 calories from the banana, 100 gram banana, right? So it's full of nutrition, but is it safe that we are taking? Is it secure for our child that we are offering to our beloved child? This is the matter of questions, okay? So I will tell you a story about this. Just look at some newspaper cuttings over here. Pesticide killed the 13 dinners for kids. So it was very pathetic, and it was heart-touching when it was happened in 2012. It was happened. And also in India, you can find many news that Indian children died after eating lychee on empty stomach. So this sort of news just hurt my touch, because I loved the lychee very much. My child, one of my son, he also loved to take the lychee to take, and we also buy it with high price, and we are offering our children but we don't know what we are offering. We are offering the poison, we are offering the very tasty fruits to them or not. So this is the matter of question. Why then, if it is full of nutrition, if it is very palatable and it is very tasty, why then children, 13 beloved children, has lost their life and they left themselves from their mother? So you can see, I will show you one thing. You see, this is the different type of insects that attack the lychee, okay? So the lychee growers always want to control them by using different pest insecticides. So they are using insecticides because commercially they are cultivating the lychee orchard. So they want to save their fruit, okay? But they do not have any knowledge about the use of pesticide. They are using the pesticide indiscriminately in their orchard, and they are mixing with their bare hand, whereas they are need of to wear the protecting clothes, but they don't use it even, and they also affected by them by the toxic insecticides, and also they are getting the health hazard along with they are also putting that very notorious and hazardous insecticides and mixing with the fruits, and we are taking in a vicious cycle, I mean in the food cycle. You see that this sort of this one, lychee fruit and shoot borer. You can see this borer, they always, sometimes if we just peel it out, we can find it just in the opening sometimes. If you have any experience to take it, then you will understand. So this is, that's why the consumers don't like to take this one. So that's why farmers always try to kill it. Whereas another insects, you can lychee mealy bug. So I'm just introducing these sort of things to you guys because sometimes if you are not so related with this entomology, so you will be surprised that is it there is a very tiny small caterpillar inside, whereas we are taking it. Maybe we are taking it without watching either it is present or not. We are taking because we don't know that this is a very minute caterpillar that remain inside. So we are taking. Whatever it is, the farmers are using the pesticide to kill them. But what's happening behind the screen, because they are using the low-cost insecticides. So the insecticide which is banned, so it's the cost is very low in our country. As you know, endosulfan, this is a banned insecticides. So this report that was happened in Dinajpur, the 13 children killed, it was published in the American Journal of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene. One thing you see, outbreak of sudden death with acute encephalitis syndrome among children associated with exposure to lychee orchard in northern Bangladesh in 2012. So they were surprised because when the people are just giving the message to the media that our children is dying one after another, but we don't know what's the cause behind. So our doctors and our experts, they're also puzzled. Really, they didn't find why the children is dying. They didn't find any cause even. But when these samples were collected and it was tested in the laboratory, and the American team and also our the ICGDRV, they found that there is the existence of the banned insecticide endosulfan is over there. So the farmers are using this sort of endosulfan that is very toxic to the human. So they are using this one indiscriminately without maintaining any dose, whereas it is banned. So this insecticide, when they spread it out, so suddenly some immature and some mature one is falling down under the trees. So these sorts of children is very poor. So they are collecting from underside the tree, this sort of lychee, they are eating, and suddenly they are just toxicated by these endosulfan toxic. And after that, acute encephalitis, that means they attack in the brain. This sort of many symptoms coming out if the acute encephalitis happens. Okay, sometimes headache, fever. You can see it is written over here that sometimes stiff neck, and suddenly some people, especially the children, they are died in severe cases. So it was the reason behind that why the 13 children were died due to the use of pesticides. But their parents don't know why my child just died, because they have no idea about the toxicity of the insecticides. Farmers, they don't have any idea about the formulations that we call formulations. So they don't know how to formulate accurately. So they indiscriminately they are formulating this pesticide, and they are using it and spraying it. And they are marketized, they take it in the market also with the full of toxic substances. We don't know. That's why always we suggest, please, if you buy any fruits from the market, so you should be aware of that what you are purchasing, and don't take it directly. Just keep it, first take it and then wash it. I will tell you how you will remove that residual effect of these toxic substances in my later slide. Just I'm telling, think in how we are far from the real fact that is happening in our life, in our food cycle. Okay, so another thing is a very dangerous thing, hypoglycine poisoning. This sort of poisoning happens when you collect. Sometimes you see the immature fruits. Farmers are collecting for getting more benefit, for making more money in the market. So they are collecting immature fruits, and then they use the carbide, ethylene carbide for ripening, and then they just take it in the market for getting the more benefits. Okay, but what's happening inside silently? This sort of immature lychee, they are full of hypoglycine. Okay, hypoglycine A, hypoglycine B. So in case of immature one, when it turns into the mature, it is reducing. Okay, so that's why I always try to buy the mature fruit, not immature fruit. But that sort of, how will you know that is it mature or immature? Because sometimes we are not aware of, or we have no knowledge about enough which banana is mature, which lychee is mature. There are some indicators or some indications that when you will see the banana is full of without any ridge, so it is mature. We know. I will show you in my later slide. So when immature lychee bears this hypotoxin, and if you take it in your empty stomach, then hypoglycine poisoning will start, because it will reduce your carbohydrate, and you will sometimes you will exhausted, or sometimes muscular exhaustion or vomiting, or sometimes you will see you will senseless, and ultimately you will die. Sometimes it happens if you take in empty stomach. That's why be careful. Don't take lychee, immature lychee, or mature lychee with seeds. Never take in your empty stomach. Okay, because they attack in empty stomach more. So this is also a warning to the people. You see the post-harvest ethics. This is the ethics of post-harvest for me, not only for mango, for all fruits, but I'm giving you one example in case of mango. Mango in our country, this is very, very, no man you can find that they don't love mango, okay? So mango, when you will harvest from the tree, then we harvested mango, we keep in a storage, and especially the seller, what they are doing, they try to packaging, and inside the packaging they just throw some powder, that is carbide, we call that is carbide, for ripening, for make its color more beautiful. Okay, So you can see my chart over here. Just if you keep your fruit without carbide, so it will take 5 days for ripening. Okay, natural ripening, 5 days. Whereas if you use the calcium carbide, 10 gram per kg, then within 2 days it will ripen. So always farmer wants, after harvesting, it will ripen, I will sell it. I will get money quick, and then I will invest it again, and I will do that. But they are using, but they don't know what they are giving to their customer, valuable customer, what they are giving, who will take it. Maybe any children or any other people, maybe their relatives, they forgot it. This is the ethics. Actually, if you use the carbide 5 gram per kg, and you see the color variation, it depends on the amount or doses of carbide. How much you are using over there, it depends. And days will come like this. If you use more, the ripening duration will be shorter. Okay, so that's why they are using too much carbide over there to make it so much beautiful, and people love it. Without any spot, they would like to buy. Okay, and they would like to offer to other people, and people love it because there is no spot on the peel. So they thought that it's really very delicious. It will be delicious. In another sense, you can see ethylene, if you use, the ripening duration will be like this: 5 days, 4 days, and 3 days. Okay, so I think this is the message to the growers, as well as those we are as a customer. We have also some responsibilities, that first of all, the growers, that growers is growing their fruit for the customers, and they should maintain the ethics of this sort of selling ethics or post-harvest ethics. They should maintain for the betterment of the my community, for the betterment of the whole nation. This ethics they should maintain. So what we should do, that's why we shouldn't, this is one, as you know, the carbide is a powder like. So and ethylene is mixed with the water, and they just sprayed. If you visit the different market in our Dhaka city, then you will see people are just giving. You are thinking they are giving the water. No, if you check it and take the smell, you will find the ethylene smell. Okay, actually they are just giving the ethylene to make it more riper. Suppose papaya, you see, if you buy the green papaya, the price is very low. But when it is ripened, so price will be higher. And in our Dhaka city, I saw many papaya are available, and it looks like very beautiful. If you see, you would like to buy it. But please don't buy it, because the natural ripening, its color will not be whole yellowish or golden, never ever. It will be slightly green and slightly yellow. It will be like this. So never buy the very beautiful one. Okay, so there is a problem over there. Now come to in my area again. Just I am telling you, I think on your eyes you see a number of insects over here, but what you are watching over here, all are same. Maybe professor is showing us the same insect one after another, right? No, I am showing you different insects to you, but on your naked eye you are watching the same. But what the pesticide company is doing, they are just producing nowadays, they are manufacturing the species specific narrow spectrum insecticide. That means one kind of insect will killed by the one type of insecticides. But whereas over here, all are different species, but you are thinking these are the same species. The likewise, our farmer, when they watch this insect, they saw this is the mango hopper. It attacks in the mango. So they are spraying. What they are doing behind this one, they are not killing one. They are trying to target. Their target is killing one. But one will be killed, but other rest 10 will not be killed. They will be resistant because they are not specific. that pesticide or insecticide is not target insecticide for the other species. Okay, so we are trying to kill one, but we are making a resistant another 10. So what will be happen in the next cultivation? There will be more, how can I say, there will be they're more dangerous and more powerful, and they will attack your orchard more and more. So you cannot control by that sort of dose. So you have to buy then broad spectrum insecticide. So if you use the broad spectrum insecticide, you are polluting our environment, and also you are killing our very beneficial insects, other beneficial insects you are killing. So you are destroying our ecosystem. Ultimately, the other farmers will be sufferer. New insects or new species will invade over there, and we will fall in the trouble in that case. So think, just for the betterment of one, we are creating 10 times problem over there. This is the complex of species complex. So what we are doing, we are just making our environment more polluted, more toxic, and also indirectly we are a killer. We are killing our lovely child. We are killing our neighbors like this. Okay. So another thing come to, I would like to share another story also that already it was the story of 2016 and 2004. In our area, in our southern part, I am representing especially in our southern Bangladesh. So I am near the coast. So in our coast, in this area, rice cultivation is, and people are depending on the rice cultivation in their field. But suddenly we saw that in 2004, BPAs, I mean brown plant hopper, if this sort of insect attacks, the whole plants will be burned, just like electrocuted like this, okay? Because of their population number is huge. Uh, well, just like tons of insects will be there, suddenly they will start sucking the sap from the plant, and the plant dried, and it looks like that suddenly burned the whole green field, becomes the yellowish in color. So this is very dangerous. So our people were thundered. The farmers were phoned us. Why it's happening in our area or suddenly. So my message was that I found that actually their planting was very dense. Why? For getting more yield. But actually, for more benefit, I can say. So if you plant your rice plant closer, it will increase the micro environment temperature. Micro climate will be changed. Humidity temperature will be increased. So if the temperature and humidity increased, what will be happen? That sort of environment is very favorable to that sort of insects. So they got their favorable environment, they are breeding more, so number increases, and ultimately the whole rice field were damaged within the few days. So they just lost everything. After that, next year, no BPAs, no brown plant hopper. 2016, after 10 years later, we found that another insect just emerged in our area. That is the leaf roller. That means the rice leaf, the longer rice leaf. So they just roll it and they start feeding inside. So this sort of caterpillar just start feeding inside of the leaves. So ultimately, what will be happen? The green color will be white peppery color, and they cannot continue their photosynthesis. Photosynthesis will be stopped over there. So no production. Ultimately, the grower will be hampered. So why it's happening? Due to the slowly microclimate is changing. Ultimately, the macroclimate is changing in our area. After 10 years later, we found this sort of thing. So we should aware, our growers should aware. As you know, rice is our staple food in Bangladesh. So without rice, we cannot take any other fishes and other thing, but we are need of rice. We Bangladeshis people are like this. So if it is fall in this sort of trouble, So whole nation will suffer for that. Another thing you see, oh, sorry, this one you see, this is the banana you can see. And I in the last time I just told you, the first one you can see this one full of scratches on the banana. It's not looking very good, right? It looks very ugly to look at. So people will not buy from the market. Why? Because people will prefer this one. I can show people prefer the first one, not the last one, because people say, oh, there is very nice skin, so it looks very nice. So I will buy the first one. But the problem is, I suggest from my findings, please buy this one, the later one, second one, buy the second one, or buy the banana with full of scratches. Why? I'm just giving you more interesting message to you all, that this sort of banana is sweeter than the previous one, the beautiful one. Okay, this banana is sweeter. Why? Because when insect just scratch on this insect, you can see the insect, but don't avoid them. Please try to love them. Okay, this sort of insect, they are also helping us, because when they scratch on the skin of the banana, so they start multiplication. So the skin thickness become higher, and the starts turning into the sucrose, and so the total soluble solid is higher than the previous one. So that's why I suggest, please just buy this one. But market value is very lower, 50% less than the previous one. Okay, let me know which one is carbide ripened. The first one is carbide ripened banana. But naturally ripened banana, the underside, this one, you can see. And always check if you find the green stalk. I mean, in the basal side, if you see the green stalk, don't buy this one. If you see the no spot and it's full of lemon yellow skin all over the body, so don't buy it. If you see that the reeds, you can find the reeds of the banana. I mean, you can see the reeds. I mean, this one. From here, there is a reeds. So that means it is immature banana. And these banana, using the carbide, they made like this. It's just full of ripen. Okay? And it looks, and everybody try to buy this one. If you just go to the shopping mall, then you will find this one. They will never offer by this one, the underneath one, brown spot on skin, because you will not buy it. We people, we customer, we don't know which one is good, which one is bad, why this spot is coming, why it's not good, we don't know. And always try to follow the basal part black stalk. When it is ripened, over ripened, it will slowly it will be black. That means it's naturally ripe banana. So please just follow this thing. Another fruit, I'm just changing your mind one after another. Okay, so another thing is, this is coconut. You know, in the southern part, coconut is very popular over here, and it grows very well. So have you ever seen this sort of coconut? Of course, I think you have seen this one. And if you see, sometimes farmer thought maybe my coconut is infested by any pathogen. So they use the fungicide or other insecticides, but mite can never be killed by the insecticides. Mite can be killed by the miticides. Okay? So if you use the insecticides, so what will be happen? You are just spoiling your product, nothing else. But you cannot control this mite over there. Okay? Mite and insect different. They will never kill. Okay? If you use the insecticide, you have to use the miticide. Remember this one. We call also acaricides. So that's why try to avoid to buy this sort of coconut. But inside, they are not making any problem inside water. You can ask me, if outside is like this, so what about the inside? So inside is okay, water is okay, but problem is when you will cut, so they always breed underneath the cover, the top cover of the coconut. They just breed over there. So if you don't know, if you take it like this, so with water you will also take some mite. So it will be very nutritious and also full of protein, because as you know, insect is full of protein. So I'm just making joke. So actually, sometimes I ask my students, maybe I will try to make any alternative food, okay, with by the insects, because I will offer you the pizza. I will offer you sometimes some burger that is made of insects. Yes, actually, if you visit Vietnam, if you visit the China, then there is some edible insects they're taking. We need to switch up ourselves. Okay, sometimes with those, suppose orthopteran insects is edible insects, so we can change our food habit also. Yeah, otherwise, because we Bangladeshi people, if we know that there is a insect something over here, any insect protein is used over any food, we'll never ever take it. Either it is halal, though we will not take it because we are not used to. Okay, but we have to change our this sort of mind. You see a lot of insects. I'm just showing. I will not take more time. I'm just showing you. You see how much insects are attacking inside the vegetables. Why our farmers are just anxious and they are worried about their crop. So you see, so that's why they are trying. They just wholly depend on only the insecticides. They don't take they never want to take any risk to protect their crop. They don't want to take the eco-friendly management. They thought, oh, this is the new concept, we cannot take it. If I lost the whole year, I will lose my whole how can I say, I will lose my whole import over there that I have given in my project. So that's why they start first time they chose their first choice is insecticide. See, he is spraying in his brinjal orchard. Okay, so whereas he has no any protection, any safety measures, nothing. His hand is bare hand. He is giving everything. He has no any mask. He has no any goggles. He has no any apron. Nothing else. He didn't maintain anything. He is spraying. After that, maybe he will be intoxicated, and you will find, if you test his blood, you will find that after a few days later, his kidney, liver, and other thing, and he will die maybe within very short age. Okay, so the one message why I have add this picture, my request to the growers, just please never, if you think you will just marketize your vegetables or the fruits to the market, don't spray just before today. Just spray it before 10 days. Okay, because after 7 to 10 days, the residual effect of phosphorus insecticides, it diminished. Okay, so if my request that never spray today and you cannot marketize tomorrow. Okay, please don't do this. And if, because we consumers, we don't know when it is sprayed, that's why we should also be aware of about that. All insects are not pests, you have to know. No need to kill them, no need to use poison for that. You see, all these insects are our friend. They are predators. As you know, they are killing the other insects, other insects that is harmful to our crop. They are eating them. So they are our beneficial insects. But what's happened in the crop ecosystem, when you spray, then these beneficial insect also died along with the harmful one. So if you kill the beneficial insect, what will be happen in your orchard? Ecosystem will be broken. So if ecosystem will be broken, then new invaded species will be arised over there. So if new species comes, they will be very destructive. They will spoil everything. So all insects are not your enemy. There are a number of beneficial insects. Those can be your friend. Okay. And you can marketize this sort of beneficial insect. Like we can marketize for pollination bumblebee, we can marketize honeybee, we can marketize some adult butterflies, not for few days. We can for pollinations. Okay. But their caterpillar is very dangerous in case of butterfly. Okay. Now, how we can easily step to remove the pesticidal residual contaminations. So this is my mother and all of the householders, they know actually, and they are practicing also. Due to the coronavirus, we are using this sort of things. Actually, we can, when you will purchase any vegetables or the fruits, then after taking it inside the kitchen, please wash it. How will you wash it? With running water? Yes. If you don't want to mix the 2% salt or 10% salt, you can only wash with water, running water for a long time. So it will be okay. Or keep it for a long time in the water. So it will be okay. So 70 to 80% residual effect will be removed from the contact insecticides, those who are in the on the peel. Okay. Or you can wash with cold water. This is also good for removing the pesticidal residue. Or you can blanching. That means you can wash it with hot water, or you can you can use the steam, or you can peel it out. If it is green vegetables, you can peel it out. So contact insecticides will be removed from there. Don't directly eat with the peel in that case. If you are not sure, is it produced by organic fertilizer or not, if it is used by, if the product is unknown, then you have to follow the safety measures. Okay. I have collected this one, this is published, this paper in scientific journal in 2022 from the China, just fruits and vegetables, how you will make it safe. Okay. So you can follow the thermal drying, ultrasound, cold, already I said, or high pressure processing, or you can roasting or baking, blanching. These sort of procedures you can follow for removing. Just I'm talking about that you can do without any machineries, without using any machineries in the household, in your home, at your home. Okay. So you can follow these sort of things for removing the pesticidal effect. Last but not least, I'm just talking about some recommendations. You see, the plant quarantine policy, that because of should be strictly maintained, because new invaded species is coming from the other country, because they don't need any passport and visa for coming in your country. Okay. So they are coming with sometimes evading the quarantine, and sometimes with the quarantine fruits. So you have to your agency should be aware of. Our DAE, Bangladesh DAE, needs to aware to the farmer, give the message, just please, about the upcoming threats of the pest, and about that I explained over here. They can give the message to the farmer. And field monitoring is very important. You have to visit your field every day, not for using pesticide, but for watching that either any new species or any destructive species entered into your field or not, or your field is full of beneficial insect or not. Don't spray, please, without visiting or monitoring your field. Okay. Avoid injurious use of pesticide and use eco-friendly control methods. Always I recommend eco-friendly. Please, you have no right for the new generation to destroy the ecosystem for our upcoming generations. We have no right to just deprived from the nutrition from our good our very palatable fruits. Okay. Another thing is correct identification is very important. If you that I have said in my previous slide, if you cannot identify it properly, that's why in my all research work, my first item is correct identification. First, I try to identify the insect first, then other research, other everything I start. Okay, don't use banned pesticide anymore. If you use it as a last resort, just don't use banned pesticide. Don't take vegetable fruits without washing. Use vinegar or 10% salt solution, and harvest mature fruits always. And buy mature fruits. Don't buy or harvest the immature one anymore. It is illegal. Please don't marketize just after spraying. Uh, Thank you very much for your kind patience and to listen my a number of stories that I have shared. I got the chance. That's why I have just talk about the different things together. Thank you very much for your kind patience.
Thank you so much, Professor, for this eye-opening and thought-provoking presentation. Maybe if I just took some moments, I may not come from scientific background, lots of things I don't understand, but believe me, as a person, as a mom, I start to think what I need to do for my child. So I'd like to request you to switch off the sharing
Yeah.
option, sir. It
Yeah.
would be great for us.
Yeah, sure.
And within this meantime, I would like to request all of our honorable guests. Now the room is open. If anyone want to share your insights or your understanding or any question you want to ask to our respectable professor.
Thank you very much. Please, if you have any observations or any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
I'll
you so
jump
much.
in. Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Professor Mohammad Atikur Rahman. You have shown like so important, and like I was very closely trying to understand that actually what is going on in our society. Because since I grown up in villages, I know many things that what you have shown to me, and the fruits you have shown, most of them are my most favorite one. So from my childhood, I have seen all these things. We used to, in our own garden, we used to get it without any pesticides. Like lychee, in my childhood, we never counted to eat. How many we are eating? Just hundreds without any. But nowadays, we are buying from the market, and as you are rightly said, that they are collecting the immature one and spraying the medicine and marketing. Then people are buying on that. I myself seen that immature lychees and then others immature bananas. So it is really amazing. This is so important that we need to know so much. Actually, the conscious people, those who are living in the cities, and we are buying and they are marketing. So if we control ourselves, then they will stop doing all these things. As you said, in the mango, carbide spraying, I have seen on my own eyes. At afternoon, 3 o'clock, they are spraying. I said, why you are doing that in my villages? They said from there, 60 kilometers, they will take this product. Evening, 6 o'clock, they will go. Their target is next day morning, 8 o'clock to market. And it will be all yellow and good in color. So they are taking 15 hours in hand and they are spraying. I have seen it myself. So, but my point to you, like I have seen in the market in papaya, mango, lychee, everything is same as you said. Everything is spraying medicine. But my point is that so important issues. What the Bangladesh government is taking any actions on this ground, because like the illegal pesticides to import and to control, which is beneficiary, that it is the government legitimate legitimate matters. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
needs to be controlled from the authority. So what do you think
Yes.
from your side? What is the Bangladesh government is doing in this regard? Thank you so much.
Thank you for your nice questions. Actually, this is the policy matters, and you also rightly said that why then our government is so silent behind this. As you know, that in our country, the people always just run behind the they always want to become richer within very short time. They never want, they don't have any ethics. Suppose if you are a growers, you need to be ethically strong, that I am a farmer, I have some responsibilities as a farmer, I have to do. But the policy maker, what they are doing, how come the banned insecticide are importing from other countries in our country? How come? They need also they need, at least they need, they are not insect, they cannot fly without visa, they are coming through the shipping, everything, they are overcoming in our country. How come it's possible? They are a responsible person, but it's coming inside. Maybe you know the better also the what's going on behind the screen in our country. But we people, if we just say, if you raise our boys, we'll not take this sort of fruit anymore. If you suppose think about, I am just talking about another story, small story. Think about the dragon fruits. When the people understood that people are using the hormone, they are spraying the phytohormones, whereas phytohormone is not any toxic. Okay, phytohormone is not toxic, but this phytohormone is using in the dragon fruits, and it's becoming very big. So people concept is maybe it's poisonous, so I should avoid it. So all people are avoiding. In that case, the price become very low and fall. Very better. And previously it was 300, 400 taka per kg, whereas you can find it 100, 150 taka per kg. Due to people denied that will not take if you use any chemical. Okay, so whereas our government failed, but when people raise their voice, that will not take it. So that sort of ill motivated people coming on the normal line. So that's why I request, and also as a professor, I have responsibility everywhere in seminar, symposium, to spread it out. This is policy matters. It should be banned. Insecticide should be banned. It would be punishable. So why it's available? If any people use it, he should be go under jail, or he should be punished. Okay, or he should be legalized in the legalized way. Okay,
That's so powerful, Professor Atik.
Yeah.
Thank you so
really
much.
can understand. And now I would like to go to Michelle and then Juliana. Juliana, you unmute yourself. You want to go first, please?
If Michelle will have me.
Yeah, we all are cafes, so we have all of us. We are having together. Please go on.
First off, I want to say thank you so much, Professor, for your time and the patience in explaining these things. I must say that I have learned a lot. Honestly, I have learned a lot. And my question I'd want to ask, just as Mr. Fadus asked about what government is doing, I want to find out what the private sector can do to help. I'm coming from that perspective because of where I work and the kind of stakeholders I engage with. So we realized that just in November, on the 6th of November, we had Sustainability Day, right? And we had a panel just for food and agriculture, and then sustainable agriculture and food resilience in Bangladesh. So from that standpoint, I'd want to find out, what do you think, the private sector can do to, help alleviate this problem?
Okay, thank you very much for your nice question. Actually, we are in need of this sort of support from the private sector. Like we can just make the awareness program. We can take awareness program, as well as we can already some people are working with eco-friendly management techniques, and they are providing and also demonstrating that how they will use it, and also they are giving a number of funds behind for eco-friendly management, not using synthetic insecticides for this sort of fruits against the fruit pest. Okay, think about if we follow the biocontrol agents, I mean by using or the pheromone or other things. There are many fruit flies. Why we are using the chemical insecticides, synthetic insecticides? Why not we are using the pheromone trap, whereas no need to use it on the fruit? So we people are not aware of, we have no knowledge, we don't have any training. Our farmer, they don't have any training. You know what? From our university, just around us, we are giving some small training, only for 10 or 20 farmers. And after that, they are asking, why I will spend my time behind this? I have no any benefit. They don't know that knowledge sharing is also another benefit, but they want money. Okay, so this is the concept of our farmer also. Because I got my PhD from the South Korea, and I meet many farmers. They know very well. I know they know better than the professor even, whereas he is a farmer. Okay, and they are cultivating. They know, and they are asking, "This is my problem. Just let me the solution." Okay, so they are explaining like this, whereas the position of our farmer, they don't have any knowledge that from our government side, and huge money is draining out, but they have no any initiative for train up. Okay, so the public, I mean the private sector, you can come forward also with some encouraging programs, also some awareness systems, or also with some methods, or you can also offer some fund that those who are interested, like we professors, we can work. And also I have some responsibilities. I will involve myself. I'll spread it out among my students, this sort of message. Thank you very much.
I would like to add here with Juliana, because this is so crucial, Juliana, about the involvement of private sector. From this point of view, the leader took first initiative to be the bridge between different leaders, and we are now actually working with US Green Chamber of Commerce. We have lots of stakeholders with us. What is our main focus? Bringing those stakeholders in forward and making a chain. And one of our initiative is we are developing agro-business mindset on our students. So we are developing entrepreneurial lab from the leader through coaching and mentoring, that how they can take initiative. And there are lots of problem we are sensing from professors' word, but I sense lots of opportunity for students, because some students can come forward with different eco-friendly pesticide initiative. They can start their business. Some can start with different marketing or awareness creating initiatives. So there are lots of way we can make forward. But the question is, we need to work together how we can, and I believe this is the stage. That's why we bring this unusual story. The leader took this initiative that bring all unsung heroes here, listen their stories and connect. So this is the steps, and definitely this is not end. In our Sustainability Accelerator, we are working, and the leader committed to provide Professor Atikur the support from our coaching and mentoring perspective to develop the leadership from his students and all stakeholders, how we can connect. And definitely we'll go to all of you, because it's not only one person's job.
Okay, SABNAM, I would like to add with you.
Please,
okay,
please.
Suppose if any student wants that I will rear up the beneficial insects, so he can easily marketize it. Okay, then if farmer can get it nearby, so they will buy it. And you know, the pollinated fruits test and the using the organic or other pesticide use fruit test is totally different. So
Yes.
our student can also rear it up and market another door can open for them also.
So my request, this
And we
should
know
be the
we can
starting.
supply, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we can supply, we can teach them or we can train up them how to rear it up,
It's a
beneficial
blessing.
insects. Thank
It's
you
a
very much.
blessing, Professor. It's really blessing that you just started. Your commitment shows us light that we'll definitely go for it. We have another esteemed guest, Gabriela. Gabriela, if you share your opinion, your insights, or anyone's story that aligned with you today, you want to share with us. Gabrielle Aguilera, she's from Spain, joining us. Gabriela, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here. And thank you very much, Professor, for your insightful presentation. I think it was really, really interesting. And I would like to point it out some ideas that you have said about the way that we understand the role of the insects in our society and how they can actually be an added value for our sustainable development and all of these ideas. And I think like you have a really, how can I say that, innovative way of seeing this type of situations in terms of the the industry, in this industry, with the take care of the child, the children and everything. I think it's really interesting to know how in other part of the world you can understand the functions and the roles of different actors in this society, and how actually insects in this case can support and be a solution as well to this, especially to take care of our biodiversity, because I think it's one of our key aspects and our key risks around the world. So I'm really happy to hear you today. It was really nice, and I'm really happy actually to be here. And thank you very much, SABNAM, for inviting me. And I think this type of conversations are truly necessary to understand how we can work together to truly transform the economy to promote the impact in social and environmental aspects. And here in Spain, if I may, I can take just a few seconds or minutes to to introduce myself. But I'm Gabriela. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm part of the BLab Spain team. We are the coordinators, let's say, of the B Corp movement around the world. And we managed the B Corp certification. And we are really interested in these topics, and we work with a lot of companies around the world to make them better, to understand how they work and how they can actually impact in the economy. And thank you very much for changing the layout. And well, for me, I'm really happy to join to this conversation and to meet you all. And I don't know if you have any other question or if you want to know further. I'm here.
Yes, Gabriela, it's so wonderful to have you here, and your enthusiasm to bring the invitation of collaboration. And this is the spirit of sustainability we felt from your words. It's so kind, it's so inspiring. I just would like to invite you that this Storytelling Cafe, it's like a friend. We are talking, so it's not feeling strangers. So definitely we'd like to hear your words from what you are doing in BLab, and where actually opportunity to collaborate for sustainability. It will be great help for all of us to move forward.
Yeah, for sure. It's my first time here, so I'm not that sure of what we are going to talk about. But well, in BLab, we, as I said, we are the leaders of the B Corp movement. I don't know if you ever heard about the B certification, the B Corp certification. Well, it's a sustainable certification, and we validate and evaluate all of the companies. And this is not, it's quite different to other certifications because this is only focused on the business itself, the whole company, not only focus on an industry or a process or a product or services. It's more general, and we measure the impact of the company itself. So, and I actually part of the team of the impact programs team. We develop different projects and trainings to create more awareness in terms of how companies and the private sector can be part of this transformation. And we think like sometimes it's quite difficult to work with companies. We know that, but that's the challenge, and that's the idea of the B Corp movement, that make them involved and make them responsible for the climate change effects. And yeah, we are really focused on that. So and we are in a global network. Of course, I'm part of the BLab Spain team. I'm here in Spain. But I'm an Argentinian. I'm not Spanish. But I'm living here in Spain, and yeah, we have more than, I think, like 10,000 companies certified around the world, and in Spain are more than 300 now. Yeah, it's a really rigorous standard, and the process is quite difficult for the companies. And we have companies from different sizes, different industries, more than actually 119 different industries. So it's a big challenge for us, and it's really important to be part of this type of conversations because we need to understand and hear, and like an active hearing of what is happening in other part of the world. Here, sometimes in Europe, the process is different, and the sustainability approach is different. It's more focused on green impact, and it's really nice. We have a lot of new regulations. I don't know if you have heard about it, but we have the CCRD regulation, and some of the European Commission have developed really important new certifications to make the companies report their impacts and be more transparent. But yeah, here is different because they focus on sometimes in the social aspects, in terms of, for example, in migration aspects. It's not already solved at all, or it's not. It's a huge thing to take into account when we think of sustainability, because sustainability is for sure the environmental aspects and issues such as climate change, circular economy, and all of these resources management. But it's also the how we can work with our communities, how we can work with people, how we can work with our own workers in companies. So we are trying to measure all these aspects, not only the environmental aspect in our certification. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here. And
great, Gabriela, thank you, because you bring one insights for us, one new learning that is so powerful. What is it? You are working for the assurance of credibility of companies in terms of sustainability. So they have, if they have certification, if they maintain those work, that will give them and people credibility. Yes, they are maintaining sustainability. And I found this learning we can bring in our country, because now we are talking, our professor shared some companies, some people are actually using or bringing banned pesticide or something. So if people started to raise voice for certification or credibility, I think that should be very good to assure sustainability practices in this sector. I think it's a very good um, new concept you are bringing from your country and perspective. Actually, that's why when I researched on your organization, I found this is so powerful. So maybe you are practicing and we are just starting, but the knowledge in between us, the knowledge sharing would be helpful how we can continue.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with you. I think like we need to engage all the stakeholders, and we need to understand all the different angles from the universities around the world, from the academy, from the governments, but also from the companies as well. So that's I'm really happy
Great.
for being part of this group.
Thank you. So Constance, you raise your hand.
I was raising my hand because I'm feeling very connected to both of you guys talk. As a little backstory, I am the daughter of a farmer in France, Cognac, and my family have been making cognac for forever, but for like 500 years. But we also make sunflower. We had a sunflower field, and we have also I interviewed my dad right before this call, and so he told me in French, and so now I cannot find the word in English, but to make flour, it's like what's it called? I forgot the name. It's like a grain to make flour, not like flour for the bread, but anyway. So we have this to make flour. We have some field to feed animals, such as like peas, and we also have sunflower. And I was asking my dad, because he's always so proud to tell me that he has this sustainability certificate. And like, well, I want to know about this sustainability certificate. And it turns out that yes, he used pesticide because he has to, because he cannot lose part of his harvest, because we use the harvest. But the pesticide that he used is very controlled and it has to use lower dose in like 3 little time. And so there's like there's a really particular process in how to use the pesticide in our region. And because of that process that have been regulated and reviewed by probably a company like yours, then this is why we're able to have a sustainability certificate and be and so I think it's just amazing that Professor Atikur had this talk, and I had like so many questions and I wanted to say so many things, and then I heard you talking, Gabriella, and I was just like, this makes so much sense. And so I just wanted to say like, hey, this is totally also relatable to a farmer's daughter in France, and I thought it was quite amazing. So
wow. Yeah. Firdaus, you want to go first, or Michelle? You both raise hand.
Just one point, then I'll give the floor to Michelle so that she can continue. So one point here regarding the private sectors, as you said, I have a connection with many farmers in my village areas, my home district. So I have asked them that why do you use so much of pesticides, spraying medicine every day? Otherwise, what is wrong? Why you will do that? Their main point is, if I don't use that, our products quality will go down, and in the market the price will be less, and they will not be able to recover their costs. So, and the private sector sometimes promoting so that they try to collect the better one. Okay, this product looks fresh, very good looking, I purchase this one, and they reject the little bit poor quality, all these things. So how we can handle this one from the farmer's point of view? Because I have asked many of them personally. I know them. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can I give you the answer, this one?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Actually, farmer asked rightly to you, but that I mentioned, actually, the product is seed to seed. Okay. If you shown the seed today, so after you have to collect the seed from that plant. Okay, this is seed to seed. So this is the cultivation procedure. So if you think just you will harvest the better things without monitoring your field, without caring your field, then anytime that sort of insects or the pest or pathogens will enter into your field. That's why I told over here that monitoring is very, very important. But our farmers, they have no any idea even. They don't know which one is good insect or which one is better for us or when should I take the initiative. You know that there is a threshold level. If it becomes the pest is become the underside of the threshold level, no need to any control measures. Okay, no need to spend any money even. In the ecosystem, it will be balanced. There are many beneficial insects. They will control them. No need to use any pesticide or the other things. If they monitor their plant from seed to seed, and if they take care it, no doubtly their product will be better than the other private sector or other people even. Okay, but they are, you think our forefathers, I have seen, my forefather was farmer, but I have seen that their thinking is like that. I will sow the seed, and after then I will throw the some fertilizers, and after 2 or 3 months I will just cut my paddy from the field. Their concept is like that. No, every day, like the child, you have to monitor your plant. Then you will get the better result from that. So we need the farmers training. Otherwise, we cannot get the better result anymore. Thank you very much.
That's really powerful points it's bringing up from these stories. Thank you. I would like to invite now Michelle. Michelle, please.
Just a couple of quick comments. Well, first, Gabriella, I wanted to just make a comment and a congratulations to you and B Lab. For those of you that might just be hearing of B Lab for the first time, I just want to say they have been around for a long time. The standards are very rigorous, as Gabriella had mentioned, which makes it really difficult for businesses to achieve that certification. So the ones that have, really please do take note of, because they've gone through so much to achieve that type of certification. And I'm so glad to watch and see the progress that Europe has made with regulations and policies, because I know that's going to help businesses achieve that certification so much faster. I wish in the United States we had more of that, because then we can also try to keep up with some of the great companies that we see getting certified in Europe. And I know that there's many in the United States as well, of course, but it's so much harder if there's not the regulations and policies in place. But Gabriella, just thank you for your work. I hope that we as U.S. Green Chamber and Global Green Chamber can be working with you around the world to help promote what it is that you're doing at B Lab. So thank you so much. And then Professor, oh my goodness, there's so many different comments. I'll just go very quickly. I love the phrase, it's something for us each to think about. I know with Juliana was just here with her little baby, and I know SABNAM has young children, but you know, as we're reaching for that fruit, are we offering that poison to our children? You know, and the poison being that fruit, that piece of fruit, whatever it is. And if you think about that when you're reaching for the piece of fruit at the grocery store, at your home, you know, that's really a thought-provoking, you know, idea, and something that really would just startle me. And glad I don't have young children right now, but you know, we do it for ourselves. Are we reaching for the poison for ourselves? I think that all insects are not pests. That's something so important, because when we're spraying for those certain ones, what else are we killing? And the salt washing, I have been doing that for many years for the produce that I buy that is not organic. And you know, in the United States, I live in an area that doesn't have a lot of organic produce, so I have to be washing rigorously my produce on a regular basis. And just, you know, I want to say that yes, in the United States, we spray just like everywhere else in the world heavily. We're probably the ones selling all of those really bad pesticides. So, we need to step up our game from our side of things. And this is a question for you, Professor. I was visiting while I was in Bangladesh, a family, and they had just been up to Egypt, and they said, "Oh, we brought back these very beautiful fresh mangoes from Egypt because we can't get them as, beautiful here in Bangladesh." And I was like, how could you bring them across the border? Like, you can bring fresh produce across the border. So I was surprised that they could just, as a tourist, be bringing over these beautiful fresh mangoes. So I don't know what the rules and regulations are, if they're not in place or they're just not enforced. So I was curious about that.
Wow. That's so enlightening. And Najmul, you raised your hand. I would like to invite you. We have Sheikh Mujibur Rahman also with us. So Najmul, you'd like to share now? Okay.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you to providing me the opportunity to say something. I would like to add about the thing that professor is emphasizing, that the training thing. Because I have seen that many trainings are being conducted by government and NGOs. Many trainings are being provided, but what my observation is, and the thing that farmers want remunerations to attend training, that is because they want to gain something from
Sustainability
those
storytelling
trainings.
case diso.
So what is being overlooked,
change koro cafe dao
according
case
to my
khacha hoye geche
observation,
babu.
is the quality of those trainings. I think there is a lacking of evaluation after those trainings being delivered, and also materials and quality of delivering them should be improved. I think the trainers, they need better
Case diso cafe na diyo.
better materials, and they should be trained at first on how to deliver those trainings, so the trainings become fruitful, and the farmers, they are keen to learn from this training. I think that is something being overlooked in our country nowadays. Thank you for letting me share my opinion.
Thank you, Najmul. It's so powerful that you are mentioning the heart of the session, because if the training is not meaningful, it cannot change. So thank you for bringing these points as well. And we pray that definitely whoever taking this initiative, they will design some meaningful collaboration and training and growing program. And it's only possible from our new generation, our youths, for whom we are actually looking forward. So definitely some people will come forward with some more engagement, and that would be some fun thing. It would not would be like, okay, I need to remember, like many of us is not scientist here, but today's presentation touch all of our heart, that what we should do and we should avoid. So some sort of interesting thing. Thank you, Najmul, for pointing out here.
I would like to add that I have been in some trainings, and most of the trainings are continuous lecture, and we have a very narrow span of attention. After that, we get distracted. So I think the trainings, they need much more activities other than just being lectured. I think there should be some participations, but our practice of training, they lack all these things. So the trainings, there are lots of trainings, but they are not being very fruitful. Thank you.
Najmul, I'm taking privilege to have you here as a trainer. So I'd like to request you, because you are the trainer, you know the pulse of participant. Would you like to take one step here to design something, to come with those? Maybe our professor, you all can collaborate. Maybe we can also have something within our capacity. So it's like not giving the ball or responsibility to others. Why not we start together, right? Is it possible, Nazmul? Maybe.
Yes, we have to think out of the box, and we have to find the solutions to these problems. Like why, as Professor said, that people are not in our country are not interested in the then they are getting some money. We have to find what interested. We make them interested.
Nazmul,
So
your voice become broken. Oh, okay, we lost him. Maybe he will join. He bring the energy.
Okay,
Yeah, please, sir.
Shabnam, I would like to add something with him because actually in the training session we need the two methods. I mean, we call the result demonstration, also method demonstration. You know better. So that we will deliver something as well as we'll show them something. Okay, so then it will be more effective. Both method is applicable for the
Okay.
farmers, and also it will
Sir,
be
I'm
helpful.
intervening here because Nazmul, your proposal, Professor, your proposal, we learned from Gabriela about certification.
Yeah, yeah.
Michelle also put something here. Ferdos also doing leadership thing. Sheikh Mujib, if you want to add, you can also add. Because we are now racing with time, and I promise from the leader, this is not the first on this session. We are doing monthly basis, and our sustainability accelerator actually helping all of them who want to nourish their leadership to lead in sustainability area. So we are taking note. All of our passionate blessing and words won't be just for only one episode. This is our promise from the, and I hope Michelle will also agree with me. We are buddies, so definitely we'll work on it. I'd like to go to Sheikh Mujib. Mujib, if you would like to add something, please feel free. We have some moments we would like to then invite Constance, because Constance for last 3 episodes helping us to pinpointing a story, how we can be better in storytelling. So she can also give us a little bit debrief within just 2 minutes. Okay, Sheikh Mujib texted on next episode, definitely. Story Cafe all of ours, so anytime. Constance, the stage is yours to give us a debrief.
Absolutely.
Only 2 minutes, dear. Sorry for this.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share something. So, oh, okay, come. Okay, we're not gonna share this. Stop share. Every episode we talked about the hero's journey to help us tell our own stories, and the hero's journey is about an ordinary hero that goes on an adventure in a decisive moment, wins a victory, then comes home transformed. And we reviewed up the can you guys see it on the full screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the hero's journey, and there is different part of the hero's journey. There's the start, there's the call to adventure, meeting a mentor. This is more the normal world, and then you cross the threshold and get into the hero's journey. There's trial and failure, growth, death and rebirth, revelation, new changes, there's an ordeal. I'm sorry, I had this also on the side. I don't know what happened. And then you go back to the normal world that changed. But I had another tip today that I wanted to talk to everybody about. And like sometime when we tell a story and we want to follow this structure, and it's like it can get pretty difficult to, I feel like I want to follow the structure and go step by step. But with what is exciting about the hero's journey is that you can also divide it into 3 points. Can you guys see the part 1, the departure? Yeah, okay. So you can divide it into a bigger part 1, which we group the ordinary world, the call to adventure, the refusal, the mentorship, and crossing the threshold. And in that departure, it doesn't mean that you skip over a step to tell your story. It just means it's a regroupment of all those things. For example, for like a book, you have a part 1, part 2, and part 3. And just this will help you just to restructure your story if it's too difficult to follow step by step. Because sometimes you go through a journey and you don't need a mentor, and you're like, oh, you get stressed out. Like, I want to say that I met a mentor, but maybe you didn't in that story that you're telling. And so this is to help each of us to kind of reassure ourselves that sometimes it's okay to miss a step and be like, okay, what was my approach? I don't know, but I also want to follow this structure. And so I wanted to share this with everybody. And so the part 1 is more about the departure. The part 2 will be the initiation, which will group the test, the allies, enemy, the approach, the ordeal, and the reward. And part 3 will be the return, where the road back happened, the growth, the return. And we went through into all of those subpart, now we can call them, into past episode. And I'm gonna stop sharing. And I have probably like only 1 more minute left. And just to say that the structure for the hero's journey, it's not to limit you. It's always just to guide you and to make sure that you're able to tell your full story and give your full potential ultimately, because you are the narrator of your own journey, and you also are your own hero. We are our own hero, and we want to do good in life. And so it's important to be able to tell our story into all the parts that we want to bring. And so I hope I helped a little bit, and we have more episodes to come. So I will come back and bring more tips to tell your story.
I want to also jump in to say that the reason this is so important for us, Nazmul had mentioned something about like we have short attention spans. And so when we're trying to get others to come into our sustainability space, when we're telling stories that have a lot of technical information, we just start to zone out after a while. So I think understanding the structures of stories and how we can engage so many more people to come into our space is why we started this storytelling cafe. So telling the stories is really important. So thank you for sharing the restructures of that and to make it easier, because I've been having lots of trouble with telling stories in that way and using all of the elements.
So thank you so much. I'm feeling really privileged, truly. Why I'm feeling privileged and blessed? Because our storytelling journey, we started that on that moment. It was challenge what Michelle shared, how story can help people to align. And on this 4 episode, we found all story directly connect with our heart, and it forces us, we have to do something. Maybe that is not my expertise, maybe that is not my area, but I started to search where to connect, how to do. And this chain of connection and bonding is so much powerful, and we believe from our heart, this is the magic of a storytelling cafe. So with this invitation, I'm inviting all of you to bring your story, any story, all story matters. In our storytelling cafe, this is the only one rules, all story matters. That can be any, to you it's maybe simple, but to us, It's wonderful. Like in one story, I learned from one housewife. She was saying, oh, I'm just a housewife, how I can contribute to sustainability. But do you know what I do? I taught my son to switch off all light and fan. And I found that message so powerful. I also taught my son, okay, switch off the power. So look, a single story, 2 or 3 line story can change. And from that inspiration, we are bringing this storytelling cafe. This is not ours, though we are steering, but it's all of yours. So maybe Najmul, maybe Sheikh Mujib or Gabriela, tomorrow you think you have a story. Please just be here, share, and we all talk about, and we'll shower with blessings. Maybe we'll connect some alignment and work on it. And dear audience, I can see lots of audience are with us. Professor Sajidul, also colleague of Dr. Atik, he also texted and thanks D-Leader and US Green Chamber of Commerce. This is a blessings to have you all. Definitely, we are happy to be here to listen your story. This is so powerful. And with Nazmul spirit, what he bring at the last, that it should be meaningful. Yes, our steps should be meaningful. And I would like to request all of you to share your email so I can share the summary of our discussion. So in any next wise action, you can feel aligned and we can work together. This is with this invitation, I'm ending today's cafe. See you all. Be blessed. Thank you so much. See you next month, same date. Each month, 5th day of first week, we are having our cafe. So see you all on 5th January, same time and same link. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Shabnam.